and I need to listen very closely for, because not only, well, when we double the animation speed by holding R, it also halves the time I have to react. And getting the reaction I just got there, which was a perfect one, it has the orange text and that very specific jingle. It keeps the fish calmer and keeps the line tension lower, which means we can reel it in quicker. And that there is the second best reaction, which is an amazing. Which is not as good. You can see there the tension gauge in the middle is a lot more full, and the fish's stamina on the right was a lot more towards angry, which is not good. I guess the main mechanic of the game, which is mixing bait. And we're going to use that to basically pick and choose the baits we can mix together to get specific fish. There we go. Actually saved a lot of time to get it perfect on this specific one. So glad I got that. One away from completion. Are you serious? Are you serious? Like, you gotta be kidding me, dude. But yeah, that's why we gotta keep line tension low, because it will... In the tutorial, we get a second chance, but in the actual main game, kinda... Thank you guys for the good luck. I actually kind of closed chat by accident there for a minute, so... Now we're set elements, like you just saw there. There's an EXP-based level system, and there's a gold system, which we're trying to get up to 30,000 to be given a special item. And so now, I guess I can just kind of go. We're gonna go to, I believe in this category, spots, in order to catch one specific fish, which should be pretty good, I think. Well, hopefully it goes pretty good. You know what I mean. So you're gonna see, quote, way we run the game, I guess. We're gonna buy animal helpers with play coins, which we can use later. Or we can use... See, which feels unnatural, because I always choose the dogs. Someone, you know, we got donations for the cat to win the bid war, so I'll take it. And this first spot is a great way to kind of explain some of the mechanics. Each on occasion have a bait known as an exclusive bait, which for their area is something only they like. Which means we can use one of those, have a much higher chance of getting our fish. Throwaway bait, which nothing likes, which you can actually mix with certain baits in order to get a higher chance anyway. Like here, brown, white, and cyan, which, ooh, goodness. We don't have any throwaways either, so I'm gonna have to just kind of go like this. Us and our cat army. There we go, and that is why mixing bait is going to be so important, because you can G of which bait you get, and then stack the odds in your favor as we go. Be hugely influential for the entire game. The whole run's going to have this kind of improvisational feel to it. And then because we need the EXP island, so we are going to use whatever bait we have left and chuck it in. And an A+ there is actually very good. Not only will we get there for that particular, we will also get a 1,000 gold bonus, which puts us ever closer. So we are on great track right now. And if all goes well, we can do what's known as island. And here I'm going to put something in the tank because you have to. I almost clicked no. So in you go. We're never going to see him again. But the ones that aren't put in the tank, they do get released into the wild. We're saving for really the best speed game. So we are... You're gonna see each spot kind of has like a different setup. Some are more problematic than others. Of course, the ones at the moment, the spots we have access to aren't really anything too crazy. Not a whole lot going on for this first area. But again, it's kind of the starting area, so it's not really... In most games, they're usually not too much, so... Don't worry, it will pick up. So we have white, which is an exclusive. And then we have blue, which is not. So I'm going to use the white and the blue and mix them together. Give us... Oh god. I jumped, and I will take the heat for that. I'm actually going to use, which is an exclusive and a throwaway, which should give us a very... Unfortunately, I think this does maybe kill our chance, especially now since we lost the time from mixing all that one up. That is that. We are going... We got the fish we need, and of course we still need the EXP. Gonna chuck one thing in. If this goes well, we can skip having to catch a second fish on the next area. Save ourselves a good number of time, or a good amount of time, which we can then make up for the time we lost. When you catch a fish, there's a small chance you'll get a treasure chest, which contains a fishing rod. Now, what's the word I'm looking for? Dingy-looking chests? And you saw that we are now at... So what the dingy-looking treasure chests will give you is like a... kind of a lame fishing rod. And it's a point to trying to use it at the moment. We are going to hold on to it instead of selling it right away. Come into this third area, there is a fish known as the smallmouth bass. And we're hoping to only see him once, is kind of the main thing here. We don't want to see him a second time or a third time, because he just likes to show up in places where you need a very small... You have a very small chance to get your fish. And he's just... I don't want it. We don't want that. So we have black and light green for this fish. Neither of them are exclusive, but we will try with the black and light green together. This is looking good. Alrighty, alright. We have our bass. Bless RNG for that being the last one we ever get in this run. And now, of course, we can just dump the bait we have. We're out of here. So that's pretty great. Oh, thank you, 10. I appreciate your enthusiasm. And coming up now, we are going to the first boss area of 5, aka the first island of 5. So... we have a pretty decent bait for him. I would like to go in there with black and purple if I had the choice. But, you know, marathon run, you're gonna take what you can get. We do have green, which is good. It's gonna be a little bit tough. Yeah, we basically have one shot at the current moment in time. We can now go to this area that, now that we're rank 3, and try to shoot for the ball. So ultimately, no pun intended, the fights here are really, really precise. We don't have any throwaways, do we? We don't have any throwaways, do we? Alright, this is kind of risky, but I don't have much of a choice. Nope. This is quicker than going through all the cutscenes to get back. So what happened there is that we got what's called a no catch. Go to a spot and use all your bait, and then don't get the thing you need. And of course, we're trying to hope to minimize those. If we get more than 3, it's going to cause issues later on. So I'm highly doubtful, but anything can happen. And we absolutely did lots of red, lots of purple, lots of black. This second time, nice. First try for this boss. And again, with the rod we have now, this fight is really close. And in the event we can't get him on the mission with, we can get another chance. So we can do that. Who is pinging me right now? Stop it. We're gonna use black and... There's our boy. Alright, got the good reaction. So you can see there, instead of a little wheel that we gotta fill up. And it works the same way. When he is calmer, with less tension on the line, and when he is mad, it's more tension. So trying to kind of balance the two is really the key to this boss. Because we can't, you can in some other games. It's weird, because like, if you look at this as from a JRPG standpoint, it's not severely underleveled and it's not severely overleveled like some others are. It's just kind of like, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. But this music cue here is really important for knowing how well you're doing. If you're around 3/4 or more when this cue kicks in, you're pretty safe for getting the boss without having to lose anything. Just like that. And there we go. And we got an A. That's actually very nice because this guy gives 4,000 gold on a flat rate, and the A is going to double that to 8,000. Which is really good for getting the 30k we need for the special item. We're on great pace right now. I mean, other than the, no catch earlier. Then we get to 10,000, the game gives us a fishing rod, we have X many rods, the game gives us so much gold. The early game, you just kind of get showered in rewards like this, and it feels really nice, to be totally honest. And they're just kind of telling us, you've gotten through 1 island, there's 4 more. Go get them, buddy. Kind of rude, but go off. So here we're going to be given a fishing rod that's going to be useful later. Because it has what's known as a skill. Think of it as like a passive ability. It gives you additional gauge span for the one in the middle when you're at the coast, which is basically certain areas. So, not like a game changer, but it will be useful. Alright, and now, unlike the rest of the run, or that first island, we now have 4 places we can go to in any order at any time. Like, Where we go and what we do is now entirely determined by the bait colors, which is determined by the shirt colors of these cats. So there is no more route. There's no more route. Like, just let that sink in for a moment. All of this we're just gonna have to figure out as we go. I do have some written notes on the side of my screen. I don't think you can see it on the stream, but I basically have information about each area written down, because this is a lot of stuff to remember. Also, shout out to this fantastic music for this level. Now, something I haven't mentioned about the fish, the chests, and the fishing rods is that they all have star ratings from 1 to 3. This eel here is a 2-star, which means he can give either a 2-star or a 1-star fishing rod. Which, if he gives us a 2-star from a chest, this one in particular did not. But if that happens, it can get the special item we need way earlier. And that did actually happen in my current PB and the current world record. It was insane. But point stands. We got some eels, building up some EXP. And so, even if we were to just catch everything and not, well, what's the word I'm saying? Part of why we were catching, oops. See, that's why the tank is basically never looked at again. We can check on our friend there. Yeah, it's really tough to run against splits where everything can just kind of be different every time. But anyway, part of why we're catching extra fish other than the EXP is that after you catch X many fish, the water will start to sparkle. And when the water sparkles, you can get what's known as a feeding frenzy, which is like a little mini game where you can catch like 50, 60 fish at a time, which is huge EXP on top of the grinds we're getting through just catching extra fish. But anyway. Alright. Gonna go up to the topmost island here. This is one of the problem areas I've come to notice, because there is a fish here that we want, which is a flounder, and a fish we don't want, which is an octopus. And they have incredibly similar bait preferences, and I hate it. Why? Like, go to different restaurants, you two. Come on. This is looking good. You can tell a little bit by their size. I've pranked you all. That was wrong. By pranked you all, I mean including myself. We are all the fool here. But that's okay. We have a couple more chances. That is why I came here pretty early. I would have liked to come here with purple in addition to the bait we have now, but you can't always control that. And you can see there are the big, big sparkles on the water. That is going to be the feeding frenzy. And it's also a good thing we got it at this area, because the small fries you can catch in that minigame have fairly high EXP yield collectively. So barring we do good on this minigame, we'll be set for EXP for a long time. And we got a 1 frame there. That's pretty cool. So basically, I'm just tapping these icons as they kind of fade in to get 57 fish in this case in 10 seconds. AKA like 5.7 fish per second. We don't have any throwaways, so I'm going to do something a little risky. Just chuck everything in. This could work. Missed the reaction, but that's alright. We have 10 kitty cats behind us to help us, to be our pals and our friends, and to assist. And we got our fish. And he's a pretty large one too. That's pretty nice indeed. And so you can see there we're clearing separate areas on separate islands. I am gonna want to try to kind of spread across each one evenly so I don't get bottlenecked toward the end of the game. But again, what happens, happens. And this here is why we don't have to do any extra grinding. Like, we can safely get to level 15 without having to spend any more time because of those feeding frenzies. And they also have banging music. I was talking over it, but the next couple I will gladly let you just jam out for a few minutes. So that's one problem area done. There are a couple more for this first area. I haven't gone over kind of what I'm going to be calling the islands. They have official names, but I don't remember them. So I'm going to go from... I'll show you in a second. I'll show you. This is something that needs to be said, because I'm going to be referring to them by the names I give them a lot. Yeah, whoever bid for 10 cats instead of 10 dogs, like, you know our admin for this marathon is named 10 Dog, right? Like, come on. Come on. Ridiculous. Alright, so the names I'm going to be using are top, high, low, and bottom for these islands. Just to make that clear, because I was about to say it without, you know, having ever told you guys. And so, we are now at low 1, and low 1 is a problem area as well. Because everything here likes all the same bait. Like, everything here likes all the same colors as our boy, and it's ridiculous. Because we get like this little thing. Like, what are you doing? Get out of here. Then we have like black and purple, which everything here likes black, so I'm gonna try to avoid that. Brown and purple is liked by like 2 things. Nothing likes light green though, so I'm just gonna chuck one in for the sake of reeling in a larger boy. Alright, let's see here. This could be the one, or it could be... Yeah, this one. The cousin of the one we put in the tank earlier. And we got another chest that could be useful. Probably not. Alright, I'm just gonna do the throw everything in strategy. Just by the by, that's not actually a strategy. It's just, there's really nothing else we can try to do. Hey, it paid off. See, this strategy is the best. It always works. I'm just kidding. It usually doesn't work. So there is the 2 early game problem areas done and over with. And thank goodness. Yo, hold up. We're already at level 9? I knew we were getting high up there pretty fast, but I thought we were only at like 8. And we're almost to 30k. Okay. Alright. This is going actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Alright. See here. Alright. Our choices right now are not the best I've ever had. Like, I'll show you guys what I mean. For this low island we have... You know what? Never mind. We have a lot of chances down here. Or bottom island, I mean. I was gonna say, I was kind of thinking of going to the top one. But we're already here. So gonna chuck these boys in. This is definitely not the one. All the fish we need to catch are going to have that little animation where all the little cats run over and help us. So if you don't see that, it's not our boy. Like, confirmed. Ooh, this is a difficult situation. Gonna try the let's just do this strat. Nope. And if that happens where I can see it's just like gonna be a small boy, I can, you know, like, I'll just take the rod out of the water, save myself the time. There's some fish that just won't give you enough EXP to be worth it. But hey, the throw everything in strategy, which is a real strategy, works again. I'm sorry, it's still not a real strategy, just to be clear. So there we go. One area done and out of the way. We now hit one spot on each island, and we have enough money for that right there, which is the treasure rod. Now this is a 2-star rod, which you're really supposed to get a lot later. So what we're going to do now is going to merge a bunch of rods we have together to make 3 copies of the rod we're using right now. If we can. Sometimes you can't always get 3. Lifeboat and skeleton is a good combo. And I'll explain why we're making 3 of these in just a moment. Oh, no. Oh yeah, seashell and toy. There we go. Okay. So now that we have 3 copies of the rod we've been using the whole run, we're going to merge these together. And you're going to see with this one, it's going to make a +1 appear when we go back into the menu, which means we can upgrade it one more time. Oh yeah, I kind of glanced over that earlier, but we can allocate stat points more or less to make the rod we have stronger. And the reason we've been doing all this and waiting for the right rod is because you see there that second stat? That stat is known as pulling power. And that's going to let us reel in fish at a vastly increased rate once we upgrade it, which is why we've gone through all this trouble. The first one is gauge span, which is the tension gauge in the middle. The second one is pulling power, which we're going to max out right now. Then the third one and fourth one are related to how quickly the meter fill up and slow down. Basically the same thing, I don't remember which is which. Now, do we have enough? No, we don't. So I'm going to sell the rods we aren't using anymore. See if we can't scrounge up a little more moolah. We can't, but that's alright. We'll come back and get the last upgrade later. The important thing here is pulling power, and we have that in spades. You're going to see now, even if we miss a reaction, like, we're going to be able to reel in big boys way quicker than we could before. And it's going to make, for the record, it's going to make later boss fights possible for one, because they're really not feasible with the basic rod we were using. But now that we have the sword rod, it's going to be much more doable. Like, you can one-shot it very consistently, barring, like, dropping your 3DS or something. So, all is well. We are going to go here. At low 2, there's no exclusives either, but we do have green and red, which is an exclusive combination, which is something that only our fish will bite for both of. And it looks like it's a success. And there you can see our passive activating. The little text box only takes up like a couple seconds, and then having the extra gauge span, like, in a marathon setting of nothing else, it's like 3 seconds for safety at certain areas. And of course, we need more EXP. Give it right here. There we go. And I'm glad that wasn't a piece of garbage, because when you reel in, there's always a chance, even if you have like the perfect mixed bait combination, you can get just like actual garbage on your line, which sucks. But you know, that's fishing. C'est la vie. We still don't have enough to upgrade. We're off by just a smidgen. And we have some chatters in chat saying they're going to send pictures of cats in ASCII. That's not going to clog the chat. Go for it, guys. Do what you want. I'm just kidding, don't do that. Alrighty. Not great options all around. Like you see here, we have purple and red, which aren't exclusives, and not a lot of them. One orange there, which is non-exclusive. One red, which is non-exclusive, or one purple, which is not exclusive. So our options right now are pretty limited. I'm gonna go No, not there. Yeah, I'm gonna go here just because we have the strength in numbers. Since we do have 3 of the baits we can use compared to, you know, one compared to anything else. So going here. Gonna start by mixing up the purple and the red. Should get us our carp. That's not a carp. This is not a carp. It doesn't even give a lot of XP. Part of me kind of wanted that to be like a piece of garbage just for the irony. For the meme. That's still funny. So I'm gonna mix the purple and the 2 throwaways. So fingers crossed. Okie dokie. This is working out. So we have successfully landed this boy. Heck yeah. Let's go. And now we don't... We're really good on EXP for right now, so I'm going to hold off on catching extra boys. We'll get more feeding frenzies as the run goes on. At least 3. For the sake of safety, I may just play out a 4th. But for now, we're doing plenty alright. Gonna upgrade the rod one last couple of times. Never mind. We'll come back and upgrade it later. Well, actually, you know what? Nah, we don't need to upgrade it anymore. We're fine. Alright, I know exactly where we're going, and we're going to be going to the High Island. Sorry, the High Island. My voice kind of dropped out there. Because we have white, blue, yellow, and red, which are all baits that our target fish likes. Well, we might not actually have yellow. We do have yellow, never mind, I'm a fool. So we're going to be able to go straight there, and have a lot of chances to catch what we need. But be warned, there may be smallmouth bass afoot. And remember how before I said we didn't want to see him again? Still don't want to see him again. Gonna do something a little risky and just toss in a single bait. Now you might be saying, why is that risky? And it's, well, there's a much higher chance of reeling in garbage if you only use a single bait, which is part of why we've been going out of our way to use so many. Alright, this is at least a fish. Not happy we got the frenzy here, because this area has really low EXP yields. But we have more chances, so we can play it out, see where it goes. I got myself out of rhythm. Alright, 52 is still not bad. We're gonna keep going, though. See if we can't get our boy. The boy of mine. Of ours collectively. Come on, please. Could be it. Could be it. It's lit. It's it. And we didn't see another smallmouth for the rest of time. Hopefully. But yeah, that's a pretty low yielding frenzy. You're gonna see we're probably not gonna make it past like halfway through level 10. You're gonna see there climbing up. There's like some of these fish are only like 20 EXP compared to like the 100-ish we got at the first one. So we're making hardly any progress on that one, but you can't really do much about it. If we had caught our fish sooner, we could have saved the frenzy for another spot. But you know what? It happens. While we're here, just gonna upgrade one more time for that safety. That extra super safety, and I also like throwing my money away. In games, of course. You know, don't impulse buy things, folks. It's bad. It turns out you need money to pay bills. Anyway. We are going to be going to the top island now. I can tell you that with certainty. Because the top island holds a fish known as the eel. And if you had seen the first... Well, if you remember the first Resort Fest run, we spent a lot of time trying to catch this eel. Like, we went back here over and over and over again because we just couldn't get that thing on the line. But we have a really nice chance to get it this time. No difficulty, no problemo. So here we go. Gonna get this eel. Rise and grind, gamers. Let's get this eel. Is that still funny? Or did I just accidentally date this entire VOD? Anyway. So the eel likes green exclusively, but we're not gonna just mix both of them right away. Oh, goodness. That was my own fault, but I could tell it wasn't the right size. So it's, I don't know what I'm saying. Hold on. No throwaways at the moment, so I'm gonna try purple and 2 browns, just to see what happens. That's what I thought, not what we need. Yeah, the eel actually has a slightly different shadow compared to other ones. Like, just like in Animal Crossing, it's a lot more slender. I want to mix things that what am I saying, the smallmouth won't eat. See if we can't get a good shot at this eel. And we got him, I think. This is looking possible. Yes, there we go. 1 eel with extra eel. Get out your eel sauce, folks. Because we got eel right here. Heel? I don't know. But what's important is we don't have to go back there again. And we've actually been clearing out the islands basically like spread even. We've gotten 2 areas on each island done and over with. And other than that 1 no-catch at the end of the first island, we're really not doing too bad. Especially for marathon luck. Yeah, like a boss rush at the end, which is exciting, but also, like, can get really stressful, you know? Oh, Lord. Chat delay is not... Like, I'm just now seeing all the eel puns you guys are making in chat. Like, you need to stop. Alright, we are going to go here. We have 2, count them, 2 cyan baits, which is an exclusive. So we got a good shot, and we have a backup orange if we need it. Probably won't. And purple's a throwaway, so we got a lot of chance. A lot of chances. Only need 1, though. Let's go. Yeah, baby! Oh my god, you guys thought eel sauce was an emote? It's just what you put on eel. Come on, guys. So there we go. And this area's got pretty decent EXP yield, so we're gonna toss in 1 more time. Gotta kinda make up for that second frenzy. Oh man, missed the reaction, but like I was saying before, hardly makes a difference now that we have all this extra power behind us. So there we go. 1 fish with extra fish. Served with a side of fish. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway. Oh. 2 accidental tank opens. I want to say hi to our friend again, now's the time. So I'm looking for either pink or light green to go up to the top island, which is basically guaranteed if we get any amount of them, and we have gotten no amount of them. It's okay. I'm not mad. I'm just kidding. Alright. Light green actually would be useful at every single spot right now, but we have 0 of them. So looking at our options, that low island's looking kind of nice, but I'll show you. Looking kind of nice there because we have 2 exclusives. And then here well, we're not going there. And here we got a half-decent chance. You know what? 2 exclusives. Let's go here. Do we have any Yes, we do. Okay. This is looking pretty likely. Hey there, Jimmy, how you doing? It is in fact me. And again, chucking one more fish in, chucking one more fish. Chucking one more big squishy conglomerate of bait to get one more fish, a little more EXP. And there's a 2-star chest. If only we'd gotten that earlier, that could have been really helpful. Like, let's see what's inside. Alright, so that rod wouldn't have been helpful anyway, so sour grapes. Game's gonna... For the record, money and extra fishing rods are now useless to us. So, no real big deal there. For a refill. Sorry, right before the big refill. Now, what I was saying before about 3 no catches, if we come back empty-handed from a fishing trip 3 times, it's gonna mean we wasted enough play coins on trips that we didn't end up succeeding from, that we're going to have to get more play coins, and that one's called the Little Refill, adorably enough. You can see there our options here are limited. We can either go to the low island or the bottom. The low island is looking really likely. Got a lot of chances. I'm being asked in chat to say banana badge. That's a weird thing to have me say, but you know, go for it, man. Do you? Nope, too small. Too small. No worries. We have more chances. Actually, wait. Do we have throwaways is the question. Yes, we do. Alright, this is looking likely. Yeah, this is in the bag. This is secured. Look at this cute pudgy boy. Like, look at him. He is adorable. He's precious. Look at that good boy. Look at him. Such a good boy. I want to pet him. Alright, so you saw there we unlocked the boss. Well, we have access to the boss area, but we don't have enough EXP to actually go there. We need to be rank 12, and at the moment we are rank 11, so no go on that one for a little while. We do have pink, which is great for the top island, which is the one we have the most spaces left to go to now, at this moment. So I'm thinking top island it is, especially since we have the light green as well. The reason I've been holding off on going there so long is because the only fish, or the only bait our fish likes are pink and light green, which are both exclusives. So if you have either of those, it's basically guaranteed. If you have neither, there's no chance. And I don't mean like there's a low chance, no chance. 0. Absolute 0. That's trash. That is like legit, actual, not a fish. This could be a small fish. Seriously? Seriously. Okay, when I said guaranteed, I meant like barring actual trash. I'm gonna do the exclusive throwaway combo. We're gonna get a scrawny boy, or we're not gonna get a boy, please. I just spent so long talking about how easy this area is, and we just get 3 pieces of trash in a row. Why? And for the record, if you were to... Sorry, catching garbage does not actually contribute to the count for feeding frenzies, so we can basically store that frenzy and then use it wherever we want. But that's 2 no catches. Getting dangerously close to the little refill threshold. Let's see. I'm thinking we're gonna try High Island this time. Because we do have a lot of white, which is a bait it enjoys. We only have 1 pink and 1 light green, which is kind of driving me away. Oh yeah, definitely High Island. High Island it is. Like, we have all this bait that this guy likes. So much. So much. So many. Actually, you know what? We're gonna... I'm upset. We're doing the salty run back. Alright, what is my favorite seafood, I'm being asked? That's a good question. What do you mean, like a dish, or just like a straight up like a fish? This area is not going as well as I'd like it to. Until now, that is. Alright. You guys ready? Koi's our boy. Oh, yeah, definitely it's shrimp. Shrimp is the best seafood. Wait, what do you mean mammal? What kind of... Oh, well, I guess... Are you implying, like, eating dolphin or something? That's gross. And here we got Frenzy 3. This place has a decently high EXP yield. I could actually tap the icons on the screen. 52, not bad. We got what we need. We're getting out of here. This should put us at rank 12. But yeah, that's a really good EXP yield, actually. Alright, and now we do have access to the Low Island boss. If we get the right bait for it, I'm gonna hold off if I can go somewhere else. Just because boss islands kind of then restrict your choices later on. Wait, what did I say? 10, what did I say? Okay, yeah, tuna would be top tier seafood, except it gets bogged down by the concept of sandwich tuna. Just like canned tuna, it's like shredded already. Nuh-uh. Alright, so now we are going to... Now we're going to the High Island once again. We were gonna go there before, but now we're going there now, as you may be able to tell. We do have a lot of chances, so that is pretty stellar for us. 10, I'm not saying tuna sandwiches are bad. I'm just saying it's not top tier. Those are like mid-tier at best. Mid-tier on a good day. And there's our salmon, which is still better than tuna. And now we're just gonna skedaddle. We have enough EXP, and there's another frenzy coming up at some point, so we will be doing all right. Plus, we're not actually all that close to the boss that's rank 15, so we have plenty of time to still figure it out if things end up going horribly wrong. Okie dokie, let's see. It's looking like we're gonna go to the bottom island by virtue of we haven't been there in a while. But yeah, we have purple, we have green, we have orange. Those are great colors for the bottom island. If we had both black and brown in like high quantities, I'd go to the high island. And if we had basically the combination we had last time, I'd go to the top. But we are going down to the bottom. And there we will be. We're already there. Just kidding, I fooled you all. Now we're there. And that's what counts. Yeah, we actually have one of every bait this fish likes, which is not an everyday occurrence. So just let that moment soak in. You were here for history. Oh, nope. Not the right size. But that's okay. That is all right. I mean, I am saving the exclusive for the end, just in case we need it. Alrighty. There we go. Large boy. With extra boy. There we go. Next area open up. Right up next to the boss here as well. And this one is rank 7, so we're way at that level already. And now I kind of have my eyes set on the top island once again. Just because we kind of, you know, want to clear things out evenly. Actually, during the first run back in July, which I mentioned before, we got caught on the eel for so long, we had cleared every other island at that point, except the top island. So, again, really trying to avoid getting bottlenecked like that. Because that would be not splendid, not stellar. Basically, it would be bad, is what I'm saying. It would be most bad. Bad of the highest caliber. Alrighty. Let's see. Got that, got this. Looking likely. Oh, Jimmy, that's great. You know, thanks for your viewership, man. Glad to see you'll be sticking around. Appreciate you. And there we go. Got our guy. And just because this place has pretty high yield for good EXP, we're gonna just grab one more while we're here. There we go. Big ol' salmon. Now we're jamming. Alright. So now at the top island we have another problem area. There's a fish here called the lake trout. It has no exclusives. It likes a fairly large range of bait. But just doesn't like to actually bite the line. I'm thinking we're gonna go... Yeah, it's looking like top island, which is A-okay. A-okay for me. You can see there's no exclusives, but we have black, pink, and orange, which it likes. It just sometimes doesn't like to, you know, do things that fish do. Like here, for instance. This is 100% not our boy. That's okay. A little time lost. No big deal. So we have black and really not much else. Just gonna try black and white, because at least we can mix something that'll attract a large boy. Or it won't attract a large boy. I was trying to not get the line there. Like, I tried to actually, like pull out the fishing line early, and then it just bit down super quick. So here we are at the next frenzy. Oh, hey, not bad. Oh, whoops. So now we have no more chances to catch our boy. That is the third no catch. If we get any more, we're gonna have to do the little refill, and that's no good. But EXP is looking pretty crisp for the rest of the run. I mainly did that extra frenzy to be safe, so now we're like double, super, triple safe. We might even actually be over-leveled, which would be not good, because that's just wasted time. Alright. Not great options anywhere, really, at the moment. Light green is good for up top. Black and white are good for low. Yellow and red are good for bottom. But there's not enough of any of them in particular to justify going to a specific place. That said, I'm going to use... Ten, don't scare me like that. Also, Waluigi can't be cancelled if he was never confirmed. Just saying. There we go. Salty run back. Strikes again. Yeah! This might not actually be our fish, and I got all hype for nothing. Just kidding, it is our fish. My hype is purely justified. There we go. And we are out of there. We're now down to 7 spots remaining. Oh. 7 spots. Which, with the amount of coins we have, will be just enough, if all goes well. You see there we have 140, that's enough for 7 trips. So we can still get a 1 refill run, which would be pretty great for marathon standards. Now, evaluating our options. White and brown are good for high island. Yellow's good for bottom. Light green isn't good anywhere. Alright, it's looking like the high island, just because I want to get that done and out of the way. Because this one can also be a problem area. Actually, wait, hold on. Now, going here. Bottom island. I have changed my mind. See here, we have brown, which is an exclusive. And a lot of them, plus black, yellow, and red for backup. So in this situation we're in, I would normally not advise mixing exclusives together, because it lowers your overall chances. But no, we're good. We got him. We got him. And now there's 2 boss islands we can go to, depending on bait. Of course. Is that what it's called, 10? I keep forgetting you can read Japanese sometimes. Or, I sometimes forget that you can do it. All of the time. A lot of purple. All of that purple is completely useless, actually. Because there is no area we can have access to that makes use of purple. So half of our bait lineup is garbage. But pink is good for up top. Green is good for the low island, as is red. Light blue is good down on the bottom. Alright, gonna unlock this slowly because there's a frame perfect soft lock you can do, which basically counts as a no catch. You can see there we don't have a ton of choices. We can absolutely not catch anything on the high island right now, and we have barely a shot on the top island. I mean, we have barely a shot anywhere at the moment because half of our bait is just useless. But we have 2 exclusives, so we're gonna try up on top. No, Jack, Mii Fighters were not actually canceled. Chill. And there we go. Got our boy. Heck yeah. Now, unlike every other fish in the game, in this category rather, he has a little mini meter. He's not a boss, and he just has this. I don't know why. But here we go. We got a colossal boy. It's like a what is that? Like a 7-foot long fish? I guess maybe that would warrant. No, we don't need any more XP. I was thinking about it. I had the thoughts rolling in my brain. Nope. Not today. So we have 2 boss areas we can go to, 1 we cannot, and then 1 area standing in the way of the last one. And between the 2 bosses, we will have enough EXP to get to the top area as well. Let's see. Alright, so it's looking like the bottom island right now. Unless... Nope, bottom island. Safety calls. And what I was talking about before about the frame perfect soft lock, during that unlocking animation, there's 1 frame where the actual data for the level isn't loaded. And so if you click it, it'll just load nothing. And then you have to reset with the home menu, and it's gross. Anyway, here's the second boss. Yeah, boy. And so with the sword rod, this fight is basically free. You just gotta kind of keep mind of your tension gauge as usual, but for a longer time. And this one in particular doesn't put up as much of a fight because it's meant to be done earlier in the game. So let's get this. CMDR, I am so glad that you like the meows, because that I cannot stand them. If this was not for charity, I would have snapped my 3DS in half a long time ago. Oh hey, no problem, dude. And there we go. This is the second of 2 islands done. Hooray. So now we have 3 places left to go, and this is why I was talking about before about avoiding bottlenecking. But because we're so close to the end, it doesn't really make a difference. Like, if we had like 5 or 6 spots left across the other islands, it would be a whole lot worse. Because you'd have 1 less spot to deal with your options. So we got a little bit of a cutscene right now. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Ugh. And there's 2 islands done, and out of the way. And now, again, as I was saying before, our choices are restricted a little more. So bad bait will be more punishing. But we have good bait, so it's not punishing. Okie doke. It is looking like we're gonna go to the high island, which is the one without the boss on it. So that's gonna be great for us. We can have like a little boss rush before our boss rush. Yeah, no, the boss, not. Did I say before the boss rush? That's not what I meant. So yeah, we have black and white and brown. I'm gonna try black and brown, because that seems like a good combination. From history. Come on. Yeah. How much longer do I think it'll be? If this run keeps going the way it's going, it could be done within, like, 10 minutes? could probably run right after this, depending. We already have the layout set up and everything, you know? So there we go. We now have access to all the boss areas at the same time. 2 we can get to, 1 we can't. So it's realistically only 2 spots, but as soon as we catch 1 of these fish, we'll have enough to be at rank 15, which will be good for us. Of course. And of course, we have 3 trips worth of play coins left, and 3 spots to go to, so it's a little tight for a 1 refill run. But this run's been really solid so far, so I can't really complain one way or the other. Yeah, Jack, go for it, man. Alright, let's see here. So we have white and blue there, which is not great because there are no exclusives. Then there we got a lot of choices, and here we can't go to yet. So we're going to try the low island. Real quick, someone bid for another language. If you go to speedrun.com/RFGO18/donate, you can add to the bid war for personal trainer DS Chef Cooking, and you can choose a different language. You can get revenge for making me run with the cats instead of the dogs. Thank you for the good luck, Jack. Appreciate you. Is this? Nope. This area can be a little tough because this guy here likes to grab onto the same bait, even though we use the red, which he doesn't like. Actually, I'm gonna do this frenzy. I normally wouldn't, but since we have the rank 15 boss right there, and we're not at rank 15 yet, I'm just gonna open it up just in case. So there we go. Oh, dang. That's some revenge going down in the Wii Sports community. I'm gonna try orange and brown. Yes, okay. This is working. And the frenzies really only lose time because of that little, like the, what is it, like 15, 20, 30 seconds on the results screen? It's like 3 per second, and if you catch like 50, that's like, yeah, 17 seconds more or less. Which, for a marathon setting, isn't even that much time, to be quite honest. So again, all of this is just to be absolutely sure we can get to the rank 15 island if we need to. And the way this route happened to work out, we are doing the bosses out of intended order, which is pretty exciting. This is actually the 3rd one you're supposed to do, going by rank, and he stopped fighting back. You can see that the music cue is kicking in. We are on good pace. This guy is basically ours. Also, here's Nessie. That's right, the real Loch Ness Monster has existed for a long time in this video game, and nobody's ever found out. It's totally real and not a video game. So that's cool. And there we go. After this, we will most likely be at rank 15. If not, I'll, like, eat my hat or something. Okay, we're rank 15. So we are a little over-leveled, which, again, cost a smidgen of time. But for the amount of safety we can get for being 100% able to go to the boss if we need to, we totally can. And there we we have any exclusives here? Alright. We only got one shot. If you only had one shot, one opportunity, what would you do? Because what I'm doing is mixing these two baits together for not the fish we need. That is really unfortunate. And there goes our chance of a one refill run, unfortunately. I'm just going to grab more coins now because we're going to need them later anyway. And again, this is allowed in the rules by necessity. We have no other way to complete the run feasibly in under 300 coins. And as you can see, we couldn't even do it in 600. So we just grab more coins. It's no worry. And again, that is what I was saying before about trying to avoid having to spend or having to no catch more than 3 times. But it's alright. Nah, don't worry about Alaska. It's fine. Now we have plenty of coins. I could dump all these coins right now and just waste them, and we'd still be alright. Yeah, homebrew on 3DS is kind of the big barrier to entry for this run. I think it drives away a lot of people. But I really think the way this game plays, basically, like there's really no other run quite like this one, you know? Like, you don't have a run that's like, there isn't really movement other than menuing. But you still have to kind of do JRPG style management. And like, where else are you gonna get that? You know? In a randomizer style kind of game, you know? Doesn't happen. But what does happen is we're gonna mix 2 blues and a yellow to see if we can't. Nah, you don't need a 3DS capture card to run this game. Like, I've made that. Like that. There is also something you don't need. Like, webcam footage is fine. It's okay. Now, if you want to run a game and you don't have fancy setup equipment, run it. You don't even. A lot of these games you don't even strictly need video for. And you know, don't let that drive you away from running a game you love. Oh goodness. This is not a game I love right now. Our options are very poor. Just gonna do all the everything together at once. Alright. Wait. Nope. What are you guys talking about? Resorts already on 3DS. Haven't you heard of Pilot Wings Resort? So unfortunately, we couldn't get our boy that time. Of course, he is kind of a little bit of an unpleasant boy, basically. Kind of a problem area. But again, we do have a lot of extra chances at this point. But yeah, again, this is kind of why I wanted to, you know, it's good we spread out, because we didn't have this, like, gatekeeping, like, 6 other areas. Just deal with these and we're good to go. Good to go. And we can personal trainer DS cook all of our lives. Forever. Okay, let's see. Top island it is. Thought I already unlocked that one, but whatever. Alright, so we have 1 exclusive and 1 non-exclusive. This is the ideal combination for catching our boy. It didn't work, I hate my life. Second try. we not have any exclusives? Any throwaways? Alright, trying it all. Oh my god. What is going on? These two boss fish are just like not cooperating today. We were doing so well up until this point, you know? Like we were on pace for a 1 refill run up until these two jerks decided to not be here. I don't know. It's not really a huge deal, especially in a marathon setting. But like, you know, it's all right at the end. That's all. That's always where it ends up, you know. All right, Jimmy. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you. All right. Looking like we can go for a run back for the bottom because we do have a lot of blue and literally nothing for the top. So hopefully one of these guys decided to, you know, get on the right bus and actually be in the water where we need them. Okie doke, let's get this bread. Fish, whatever. Please? Yes, okay. I missed the reaction there, so he started off really angry, which for a boss fish can eat up a lot of time. Because that's about 5 seconds of time we just can't reel him in for. Because the gauge is already too full, and his tension is already too high. But this should be the next boss. Set to jet and ready to go. And we are on good pace to actually reel him in. It would be really heartbreaking if somehow he got off the line. And then, just kinda that was it. We do have other chances, but as far as I can tell, the game won't just, like, let you try again. You still have to go through the whole catching process. Which means you could just get something else. But not today, we don't. Because we have ourselves this fish. I forget its actual name, but it's very creepy looking, and I don't like the way it is staring at me, and I wish it would stop. You guys can't see it, but this fish is actually pointing a gun at me off screen. I wish he would stop. I'm sorry, that was kind of a lowbrow joke. I'm sorry. So we have only one more place to go. In the event we don't get green or cyan, I'm just gonna exit the application and start again. Not with the home menu, just like going back to the main Street Pass menu, instead of going through that whole cutscene. Because if there's no chance, there's no chance, you know? So this is the final countdown, theoretically. And time will be when this last fish jumps out of the water, whenever that may be. Alright, we have one shot. I like these odds. Statistically, he's got a bite. But Jack, I just saw your Discord post. We're almost done, theoretically. This could be done in a minute. I swear, I already unlocked this one like 3 times, man. Alright. I sure hope you guys like, Oh, I don't like this. This is a mistake. This is a mistake that I have made. I made a lapse in judgment. I goofed, I gaffed. Let's just chuck it all in at this point. Why not? Is this it? Is it? Nope. Nope. But that's okay. You can give it another go. And all this is just a little bit faster than going through the whole cutscene of getting the ranking and all that. Just by a little bit. you can see there's absolutely no chance. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to exit out the old-fashioned way, and then reload this way, which saves a whole bunch of time compared to, like, everything else. Green and cyan, green and cyan. Okie doke. Now we have two, count 'em, two chances. I like those odds, let's go for it. And again, time will be when this large boy jumps out of the water. So if you're dealing with the clock right now, be prepared. So this is looking pretty not zero chance. Seriously, why do I have to keep unlocking this? We've been here like 4 times. That's not how locks work. It keeps giving me the new... Oh, it's because I keep leaving with the home menu. That'll do it. Oh, wait, that's not a throwaway. Please. Okay. Alright, final fish on the line. Same deal as before. The fight's not actually any tougher. I think probably the toughest out of all of them. This one usually doesn't give you too much trouble. And yet time will be when he jumps out of the water. He is heckin' fish body up and leave the water for like a moment or two. Come on. Come on. Please. Please, please, please. Stop. This is gonna be close, actually. You do have another shot if you need it. And that's ultimate. 5 islands have been cleared. They are all done and over with. Alright, so... And by chance? Yeah, that is the run. As you can see, it's got a lot in store, really. Like, I especially as a speed game, but like the nature of the run, it's such a different beast from things I've seen otherwise. Like even other like this just like plays so differently. I really think it's got a lot going for it. I mean, you guys. So now the credits are gonna roll. Also, those shooting stars up there, they you know, those two me's, they you know, on the dock right, you know, good time to cut to credits is all I'm gonna say. If you don't get it, ask your parents. All right. So that is the run. It's all done. And stay tuned, guys. We got personal trainer cooking DS coming right around the corner. 124.15. Alright. I mean, that was pretty good up until the 2 boss fish decided to not show up, all things considered.